Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, 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 welcome. How's everybody doing? The weather is off the hook insane right now, isn't it? It is crazy. I don't know if we're gonna get any more rain. I think we are, but they say we are. It's probably gonna come later. Um, Otherwise it's just cloudy. So last night when it was raining, because I was talking to my friend the other day about the she was telling me, she goes, yeah, I was laying in bed and I was hearing all this booming sound. And by the way, welcome to Be So Light. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for being a part of the tribe. Thank you for keeping your lights shining. Thank you for being who you are and being divine. Yeah, that's the time. That's what time it is right now. So anyway, she was telling me, yeah, I'm laying in bed and I could hear all this booming noise going on. And I said, I heard it too. I said, that's why they got all these clouds hanging around, just out. They must really think a lot of us are just what? Cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, or we just don't know what's going on. We know what's going on. We know what time it is. Do they? I'm pretty sure they do. So, anyway, I'm going to do a cosmic read, and I want to give a shout out. I want to give a shout out to someone who I met 81 years ago. Well, no, wait a minute. That didn't come out right. I misspoke. Yeah. I didn't meet her 81 years ago because then that would make me 81. So I met her 57 years ago. Had to get my math right. Wait a minute. I met her 57 years ago. And today is my mama's birthday. She 81. So in another few months, it's gonna be my dad's birthday. He'll be 82. So wait, yeah, 81, yeah. 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 Have to stop and think. I just can't keep up with everything anymore like I used to. I used to be able to do it, but ever since all the ascension stuff has started and everything is going, it's kind of weird. It's like I just can't. I'm on a different timeline. Let's just put it that way. I'm on a different timeline. I'm on a different timeline. I'm on a different everything else. I'm not on that same energy timeline as before. So I just really, you know, you should feel it yourself. Don't you feel the difference? I mean, sometimes I don't even. I'm catching myself now saying things like, "Oh, it's the weekend again," but now I'm like, "Oh, Saturday." And here's the thing: I watch how some people are acting up, and it's a pattern on a Friday and a Saturday. They acting up out here in the parking lot on a Friday and a Saturday. We're hearing abnormal yelling and screaming, people losing their bejeebie mind. Just saying. They're just they're losing their minds. So I don't know. So I thought I would leave a um a special card read for the consciousness here, and then I'm gonna pick a card just for my mom. So, but first, I'm gonna do my mom first and leave something for her. So she's playing music right now. I called her. I said, "Okay, I'm going live." And she's like, "How do I get on there again?" I'm like, "Are you seriously gonna ask me that again?" Every time I do YouTube, I have to explain to her how to get onto it every single time. I'm like, "It's so easy." I said, "Do you know where YouTube is?" Yeah. "Do you know how to push the button and get on YouTube?" Yes. Okay. type my name in, type in "Be So Light," and I'm right there. So unless the AI frequency is doing something else to make me not be seen, who knows now? Anyway, I have to laugh at some things because when I start really thinking about things and diving into it, I just kind of you have to really keep your frequency up now because when you are really on the higher frequency and you're vibing and you know what's going on, you know what time it is, you know everything, you know what you need to be doing, how important it is to stay in your purpose, how important it is to let go of frequencies and stuff of people that you don't want to have around you in your space anymore. You have to really it's a lot more work now, just because you're running your frequencies, for me, I'm running my codes, I'm running my frequency, I'm running my, I'm keeping my protections up and my shields, because you have to, because you got too many xenomorphs and issued beings running around here. Now, where was I yesterday? I know this is not going to be news for some people, but I know they've been playing around with this, and the scientists have been trying to figure out how they can put together the egg and a sperm and create outside the body where you don't need the person to do it. And I saw this where they actually have already managed how to do it, and they've already been doing it. So there's just growing babies in these little sack things. So here's the 411 on this. You know how the sacred union between divine feminine and divine masculine has to come together to create life, right? And then the divine feminine carries that creation until it is released from her body, until she goes through the cellular metamorphosis of releasing a copy of itself. How divine is that? With a soul, okay? It has a soul imprint. So these things that are coming out of made up tissue sacks or whatever they're using to contain a growing being in it will not have a soul. Makes you think Westworld. Anyway, it just makes you kind of look at the movie Aliens in a whole new different way. How that being comes into play, how it grows itself. It's just kind of interesting when you kind of think about it. But the weather is just weird. I don't know what to think about the weather anymore. Friend of mine sent a quick text and said that it was snowing down south. More so, I probably think it's probably really snowing over the what they call the grapevine. Um, but she said it was snowing down Southern California. I say, yeah, it's almost it's almost like they're trying to make mother's weather look like she's bipolar. No, the beings that are stirring it up are bipolar. they're they're these crazy beings, and I don't mean bipolar like in a diagnosis of bipolar. I mean these particular beings are just stirring up stuff, making it crazy. Now, I was in a very interesting dream state, and it was so interesting. And then I had something really weird happen where hold on a second, where there was a where there was a how you have those deja vu moments, and it happened at a grocery store this morning. And what triggered it was the three avocados that I had, and then the limes. And the way that I didn't put the limes in a bag, I just pulled them up and just wanted to put them out in the thing, didn't want to carry extra plastic bags. And as soon as the lady was bagging up the stuff and the way she said it, would you like an extra bag so your bag's not so heavy? And I said, yes. I'd already had that whole timeline happen. And I said, I caught myself and I caught it. And I said, wait a minute, I just went through this timeline. And then she asked me the same question. And I said, yes, already. And I said, okay, there's the avocados, there's the lime. Okay, whoa, okay, got it. Okay, okay, I know what it is. So this conversation that I was having, because my body was asleep, but my being, my higher being, was having conversation with divine teams up there. And I was giving a speech on Mother Earth. I was giving this talk. And it was so interesting. And it was just one of those things where I could actually see it taking place on the organic timeline, not on the third dimensional timeline, on the organic timeline, the new timeline of Mother Earth. And I started off the speech of saying, what if humanity had a new start in a new way? What if humanity discovered what would their lives be like on the new earth? And it was so weird because the way I was talking, I was just talking in front of all these other beings, these other people from different planets. I was just touching, and I had like this projectory crystal screen thing that I was talking in front of, where when you talk to it, it automatically um, puts into picture format on this crystal. It was made out of crystal on front of the screen, so everybody could see what I was talking about. And it actually, whatever I said, it projected the image of it on the crystal screen. The crystal was nothing but it was like kind of like Superman back in the day, like, when he put the crystal, he inserted the crystal into one of the holders when he went to his imitational place of his planet where he went to get information about who he was and da 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 da. So it was kind of like in the same format where the crystal laser and then the crystal um, projector, but it wasn't a projector. It was like a wall crystal, a quartz crystal that was able to take exactly what I was saying and put the image up there. It was really cool. So as I'm talking, I say, I say this: if humanity could just only imagine what is to come, what if they never had to pay for anything ever again? It's all done energetic exchange with the human heart of integrity and coming from your higher space of integrity. And I said, what if they experience, you have your home, everything that you desire of your home? Say if you were a physician, a healing doctor, you don't get paid any type of currency. The home and what you choose to drive in and also travel is all encompassing upon your service that you provide. And the more of your service you provide, the more of these things are available for you. And I was just talking in that manner, just how I'm saying it. That's how I was saying it in this like state of being or dream or what. And then it was showing like we talked about the homes. You have your home, what your work of what you do and being of service is your home. You're not paying for that. It's already given to you. And when you go and you provide your service pays for your home. Okay, it's like the word paying for something was being taken out of the whole thing, taken out of it. And then the next thing I was saying, and what if this was the one that got me? The children that are now the new DNA strand children that are born, the councils who are providing the teaching will be all about the mystery schools of teaching upon each child's need and whatever their talent is. So if a child is born and they're highly mathematical, they are going to be put into a mathematical mystery school. Okay. They're going to learn all about all the different mathematics. They're going to learn all about these different type of things. Then if someone was born and they were highly artistic with colors and things, they will be with the counselors that work with all the colors and all the kind of frequencies that come with the colors. And then if there was another child that was all about building things with their hands, then that child is with the other counselors that do the building things with hands. There's no sitting in a classroom. That does not exist. There's no sitting in a room with others who have so many different gifts and everything, and everyone is only being brought to one way of being. It was being respectable and honoring each child with their personal gifts and allowing that that new human being strand to in to develop in the way that they need to develop and being on the new earth timeline. I was just giving this whole speech. It was almost like I was um I was promoting it, or I was saying something. I was talking to a lot of people, a lot of beings. I can't call them people because it was different beings from different star systems that I was talking to about this. And I just kept saying, what if humanity got a brand new start and were brought into a whole new world, whole new platform world without all of the stuff that they have been forced to live in the artificial world, which is the world that we're in now. What if humanity got a brand new start in that way? And there's nothing about money. Totally, it was almost like when I saw like the word currency, it was like currency, Bitcoin, gold, all this stuff. It was like a big slash was through it, obsolete. Because when you have that, it automatically enslaves people and divides people on the haves and have not. That's what that does. When we bring that into this world, into Mother Earth, it divides the people. Nobody is on the same scale. It's one person has it and another person doesn't. Why can't everybody have it? Why can't everybody be healthy? Why can't everybody live and be of service in the most highest service that they can provide in their true essence and soul being? This is why this channel is called Be So Light, because it's all about being in your true light of self, talking about your truth and expanding that awareness. And I just was thinking about that and I said, it would be really, how would this world be? And then here's the final part that I was saying to in the meeting. And I said, and the elders would not be in this place of deterioration ever. They would be highly respected as the elders who carry the knowledge of the old world as well as the new world coming in. They have both activations within them so that they can actually help guide the new earth in a new way, because they already know what the mistakes were in the old world, and in order to prevent it from happening again, they are the councils that represent not allowing that to take place again. So they're respected. The elders are respected as elder counselors of of the old way and of the new way. They come together. And they are like a representation of, who they are, and by the service that they provide and being who they are. So, and everything was so imbalanced. The energy was so imbalanced when I was wherever I was giving this big speech and talking. So when I woke up this morning, I was just like, whoa, what was that? But I didn't really remember it all until I got the avocados that triggered everything. And I was like, and it was kind of like avocados, limes, and then remember you just did this, and come back. And I was like, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I have that, how you have those moments. So, and I've been pondering about it all day today. What would it be like? Because I was watching something when I went into the grocery store today, and I was watching how people were being stressed about how much everything is costing on purpose. That's right. You freaking backward, no good xenomorph beings doing this on purpose. Okay. There's no sense. There's no reason for it. I don't care if it is about spraying some artificial freaking clouds in the sky. That's just to benefit their butts because they don't want that sun to get into their being and zap their asses because they can't handle it. I am legend. Yeah, go there. Anyway, I'm gonna bring it. And I'm gonna say it like it is. Um, but I was just looking at the stress. I was looking at what people were buying and what people were not buying. And I was looking at the shelves, how everything is being orchestrated, you know. And I noticed something. Only one of the stores that I went into today, because I went to three different places, had music on. The other ones didn't have any music playing with words. No music playing. I was like, interesting. I was paying attention to that. But I just wanted to bring this up because wherever I was really talking about the new world, the new earth of being, where it's not about money and all of this. It's about unity. It's about the sacredness of life, the sacredness of that. And these other beings who do not have souls, who do not understand compassion or love, they don't know what that is. They don't get that. So they are in this constant state of chaos. They stay like that, chaos. But what if we just had societies like that? You know, there is nothing wrong with, just gonna put it out here. There is nothing wrong with a whole bunch of contractors getting together and putting together new communities that are sustainable, and this is for whoever wants to live there. What is your service you provide? Like for myself, if I was going to have the perfect home and everything, my services is all about the healing. I do the frequency work, I do the color therapy, I work with the trauma of the body, and to help the body get activated in its highest, most anchored light so that that person can function at their most highest being. That's what my work is all about, spiral light. I work with that activational spiral of creation. I am up in that 12D and 13 vibration. I have my human days. I have my days where I'm me. But when it comes to working with someone else and helping to activate them, I'm 100% up there. I'm 100% in my work when I'm working. Okay. So it is just, what if you could be that person that's that healer, and your service pays for everything that you do. It pays for your food, it pays for your living, it pays for when you need to go and see a healing physician. Notice how I say a healing physician, not a practicing one, a healing one that's not afraid of actually helping somebody to heal instead of keeping you just right at a level of stay sick all the time so you can keep coming back for pharmaceutical stuff. That's not healing. That's just draining somebody financially and then they'll just die. Oh, and then I heard also my friend had told me they had just raised up the retirement to 72. Okay, here's the thing. 72 years old to retire. So basically what they're doing, they want to slave you out if you're not working for yourself, slave you out 9 to 5, and you're lucky if you get any benefits because most jobs don't offer any benefits. They don't offer health care, they don't offer holiday pay, they don't offer you time and a half. They don't offer any of that. Okay? They don't a lot of places can't afford to do that now because they're in what I call program scarcity, program poverty. Okay? Keep that running. Because if you don't keep that running, how are you going to keep, others under that loop? Keep them in that loop. So wouldn't it just be, you look at this and you say to yourself, you're like, what? 72. So I got to work now until I'm 72 years old before I can retire. By the time I reach 72, if I'm still healthy, not stressed out, haven't been manipulated to be in dis-ease from stress of trying to, and on this planet, we use that word survive, to survive on this planet. Hell, you don't need to watch the game Fear Factor. You don't need to watch the game Survivor. Just live your life on this planet. That is the game. Okay, that is the game. Now the game is, which timeline are you in? This is why it's so important when you hear other people talking all this stuff. Oh, they're doing this, they're doing that, da 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 da. Okay, what timeline is it going to play out on? Is it going to play out on the third and fourth dimensional timeline, the old artificial timeline, where there's always wars and all that? Or is it really going to be high enough frequency to get up on that new timeline of Mother Earth, which you won't, because if it's not coming from a divine way, it's not going to be up here. It can't come up here. It just can't. It just can't manifest itself in that way. Because then, if you think about it, if it's not of a divine way and it's artificial energy and it's trying to come up into a higher divine, there's just no way. It doesn't have the frequency to exist up there. And when we say divine, we mean all that is, that's divine source that we come from, you know? So you have to keep in mind now, what timeline are they talking about? What timeline is it? What timeline is creating that? Okay, what is that timeline? What timeline's bringing it in and creating it? All right. So I'm going to stop there because I will get going into all that. And you guys know how I am, that I will just keep talking about, and I will go down that rabbit hole. And then before you know it, I'll be on the news by 7:30 as a special bulletin. Anyway, be like, surprise! So let's take a look at some cosmic light language that we can use. I'm just really starting to bring these cards out a little bit more. And here we go. Self-worth. Let's talk about Lyra of awareness. Self-worth. Take a look at that and breathe that in. Taking a nice deep breath, breathe that activation in. And these cards are just so beautifully designed by Jamie Price. And just breathe that in. Self-worth. Yes, having that self-worth. Yes, self-worth. Being knowing that who you are, then how is everything being guided? Oh, wait, I'm going to do that last. So we're going to do self-worth. Chaba chaba choo. And then we're going to go into the celestial frequencies. I just love these cards. Still smells so good. And then we are doing confidence, the Atlantean libraries. Yes. Number 23. Breathe in, breathe it in, breathe in the colors. Look at the colors. Look at that. Okay. So now we got that one going on. What is the gateway that's being activated? I like it. Holy Grail. The Holy Grail. Inner discovery, finding sacredness. You are what you seek. Yes! Oh my God. Check it out. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Then how is it all being guided? Oh, it's a balancing act. You may be putting all of your time and energy into one area and neglecting other areas that need your immediate attention. So, where are we feeling out of balance? Where are we feeling like, oh, I don't have myself in balance? And where is that out not feeling balanced to you? So, it's a balancing act. We are in that place of learning about the balance. So, now because it's about the confidence, the holy grail, the balancing, and then bringing in self worth, it's all about how do we really see ourselves and what are we anchoring into and how we're putting ourselves in that anchoring of energy. So let's me now close out this chit chat. And remember, if you would like to have a consultation with me, you can go to galacticspiralite.com and email me from there if you would like to have your personalized elixir. But the consultation must be done first so that you can have the right frequency elixir to work with. So I keep feeling my work is getting more deeper into the tissues and more working with the timelines because and the codes with the water. So I'm really getting into that, amongst other things. Okay, mama. How's my mama? All right, mama. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Okay, so mama has innovative, Andromedan healing of the matrix. Now, mom, don't flip out, okay? This doesn't mean you look like this or anything. It's just the energy of the cards. I'm using some celestial cards, so this is a celestial thing, okay? All right, mama. Here you go. Choo-choo-choo, Andromedan. Choo-choo-choo. So all of the different codes on there are all about the energy, the codes, taking in innovation. Breathe, breathe, breathe. So I'm going to, for my mom, read what her card is about. Choo-choo-choo-choo. Okay, so the Andromedans expand and express their blessings of the heart filled love and peace. The healing matrix is not a place or a thing, but rather an expression of divine unification within every core of a living soul, spirit, and matrix of a living form. Our energies emanate that the integrative healing and its essence that embodying the harmony and peace and high frequency healing. We are consciousness, divine geoharmonics, and our sacred tones serves to heal and dissolve disharmony and chaos while transforming density into light. So, mom, this is how this plays out for you. I know you're going to love this because this card is just for you. The realignment is music, da 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 da, voice toning, sound therapy, sacred geometry, colors of the turquoise, silver and blue tansy, blue cypress essential oil, and chicory flower essence, and the crystal of a turquoise or a shakatite and malachite. That is what this card represents. My mom is huge in music. She loves to play her her piano or her organ that does all the electronic beats and all these wonderful things. She could probably give Ethan a run for his money as far as at least she still has her same one that she plays. Ethan, on the other hand, will destroy all his pianos and stuff because he plays them just with so much tenacity. He plays his music, his pianos and everything with. He has to constantly get new ones. So thank you. So the Andromedan being is that energy that has, when you look up in the cosmos, Andromedan is only, I want to say, is 1.7 something billion light years away from us, or it might be closer. They're closer to us because they're the spiraling, that spiral. And when I do a lot of the spiral work, even though it's going into that 12th dimensional energy, it's still that connection with Andromeda. So happy birthday, Mama. I just wanted to share that with you, that you got the Andromedan card. And it's a turquoise and innovation. And it's all about what you love to do, music. If that's not a perfect read for my mom, I don't know what is. So everyone, be good to yourself. I just wanted to come on and share with you, and the clouds and stuff, and some of the booming sounds that I was hearing up above, and I'm like, interesting. It sounds like thunder, but it's not. Hmm. But anyway, it just continues to be a journey on this planet, and for whatever, it's really interesting. I pulled this card out and the other card, and all of a sudden there's like these twinkle light beings over in the corner, and then it came over the bed, and then one came up right here in front and disappeared. All right, interesting. Gotta love it. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. This will be energy that you can just tap into on those reads, to kind of just look at what is your self-worth, what is the confidence that you need to be holding, what is the holy grail to you, how are you trying to balance, have a balancing thing with yourself. What are you trying to balance? How are you trying to be in balance? All right, so be good to yourself. Much love. I am waiting for a the rest of the codes for a particular elixir to come through. And this elixir is going to be a little bit out of this world. Dun, 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 dun. Do you really want to know? How was that said in Conan when his woman warrior was already died from that snake hitting her in the side, and he's on that last part where he's fighting at the end. He's fighting all the snake tribe people that came in. Wow, that was all about draconian and all about reptilians right there. They're showing you in Conan, Conan, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger in it. So he's fighting at the end, and he's doing his sword battle, and he falls to the ground with this one that has this big hammer thing, takes the swings out, and then he I don't know if that guy had the hammer, but someone he was fighting, and he falls to the ground because it was like, whoa, caught him off guard. And then right when the guy's getting ready to strike, this sword comes out of nowhere, and it's his woman warrior that swipes up the sword and swipes in front of his eyes this bright light so the guy can't see. And then she holds up and she's Valkyrie. She has her Valkyrie crown on, her silver warrior outfit on, and she says, "Do you want to live forever?" And then it was like boom, and she disappeared. And she had made that promise to him and said, "I would come from the depths of hell to fight at your side." Hmm. I think she kept her word. All right, lovelies, be good to yourself. Please go take a look at the movie Looker on Tubi. That's for free. The Looker. Mom, you remember that movie Looker? It was made in 1981. That movie was way ahead of its time. Go take a look at that so you can actually start feeling like, oh, that's what's going on when you watch regular TV. I don't watch regular TV. I haven't watched regular TV. Wow. I think it's been a while. I don't watch regular news, negative environmental word service news. I don't watch that. No. Pretty much anything if it's not just send it down or I pick it up on my medias. And that's how I kind of just watch everything. But I don't watch anything on TV because I just don't. It's just not a part of that. But take a look at that old movie, 1981. All right. Everyone have a great day. Thanks so much. Much love. Bye.